I don't even know where to begin with what I want to do with all of the database. But what I'm thinking from here until I would say the launch of early access. So we're what, 6 days away from the launch? No, 6 days away? 8 days away. Just over a week away from the launch of early access, where we all got to start playing Ultimate Team if we're lucky enough to be on Xbox. Akinfenwa, thank you for the 500 bits, dude. God bless, man. Appreciate the bits. So I think that's gonna be the route that we go, is do really cool looks at all the things I would want to know about Ultimate Team and FIFA 19. I think one of the biggest ones, you know, to start things off is definitely what icons we should all be aiming for. What are the most OP icons, which I think a lot of people are going to do. But what I would like to try and figure out is, like, what icons are the icons that we should be looking at buying? And for example, for me, and I don't think anymore because I've already tweeted that about it a lot, Daily Render and a bunch of people that were at the capture event have used Clarence Seedorf and have said he's incredible. But genuinely, for lack of being repetitive, this card, I honest to God think you could buy from the very beginning of the year and use him all year long. You know, he's basically, now, expense-wise, he's going to be a hell of a lot more expensive than a Kante or something like that. But you remember previous years with, you know, cards like N'Golo Kante, where you never needed to really upgrade them because they're just so overpowered. Now, this is a more expensive version, but this is a card I think you could buy from the beginning of the year and use him all year. That is the baby Clarence Seedorf. Now, yes, I'm half Dutch. I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Dutch players in general, but oh my God, how can you not want to use that card? Now, will there be better cards throughout the year? Will there be cards that are more overpowered? Sure, but this Clarence Seedorf is probably gonna start. Like, I would love to take ideas from you guys of every card that I think is someone that you shouldn't ignore as an icon. I think that's the first thing we're going to look at here. And you guys let me know what you think their price is going to be at, you know, let's say the first month of the game. I could say like a Clarence Seedorf, honestly, 750 to $1 million. Based off of how like Baby Viera was last year and how Baby Viera fit into everybody's team and was what, 1.3 million coins for a big part of the year. I think someone like this that most people would want to try and fit into their team very early, I think 750 to $1 million for this guy. But having said that, I could be very wrong. And because maybe this year there are so many good cards, that maybe he won't be anywhere near that. Maybe he'll be even cheaper. In terms of chemistry styles, now chemistry styles I believe have changed. I do not know that Futhead, my favorite website is Futbin. You know, I say this all the time. I just like their layout. They're the originators for me of like price markets and all of that stuff, looking at market trends. I've been using Futbin, sorry, since the day they're basically made their website. You know, got even a good relationship now with the guys that run the site. They're just awesome dudes that have, you know, a great website. But unfortunately for Futbin, they did not get the early database from EA, whereas Futhead and Futwiz did. So for the time being, our videos will be using these websites, which are all great. And again, Futwiz and Futhead have been around even longer, right? They've been around forever. But there are a few things that I prefer what Futbin does. First of the things that I would say I think needs to be looked at with Futhead, and I'm sure they're busy updating the website live even as I'm using it right now, is as far as I know, EA have actually nerfed a little bit the chemistry styles. So that's one thing for you guys to know just going forward into FIFA Ultimate Team. Is I think, like, for example, Shadows, I believe now only give you 10 acceleration and 10 sprint speed, whereas before, as you can see right here, they give 15 and 10. So that's definitely something to look at. But in terms of a god tier box to box mid as a right center mid or left center mid, because have a look, you know, I guess my dumb face is blocking it. He's 4-star with his baby card. So I think a Shadow would be the best for him, but really with, what is his base pace again? If you go basic, 87 acceleration, which actually thanks to, oh my God, that's another thing. I think we really need to start talking about basic chem styles. And that maybe being the place where we should all consider leaving our players at. Because if you look at how well balanced he is on basic, my goodness, I would still like to try and boost up his defending a lot. So if you go and, oh my God, his dribbling is fantastic for a box-to-box mid. His passing is fantastic for a box-to-box. I mean, his shooting is insane. I love that even for this baby card, they gave him 95 shot power. So you know what? This might be the first time ever where I say, don't toss an engine on him or a shadow on him. I'm just curious though. Let me see what an engine does to this guy. Oh my God, dude. He goes up to 92 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, which is just insane. And then 94 balance, 84. Oh my God. Yeah, you know what though? Honestly, I still look at this card and I think basic has to be the move. Basic absolutely has to be the move. This is the man right here. So for me, in terms of one of the players that I think needs to go into any type of god tier icon only team, or you know, a recommendation for someone you should try to pick up right away, I think any version of Clarence Seedorf, but specifically I would assume the cheapest version would be his baby card. Now moving on from there, I love what they've done with icons, because I do think it's going to give us a bit of a variety this year, because every icon is genuinely usable. Now that's unfortunate. So someone like Sol Campbell does not have in-game stats yet, whereas I think on FUTWiz maybe he does. Let's quickly look over to FUTWiz. FUTWiz is really slow right now. Like I'm clicked FUTWiz's website, and so they're really struggling. The traffic they're getting right now, all of these websites are getting right now, because everybody is trying to search out the databases and see what's going on, what players they want to use. Fair play to FUTHead. Their website is smooth and crisp and working perfectly. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on over at FUTWiz, but I mean, for someone as impatient as myself, this load time reminds me of like back in the early 2000s or late 90s with 56K dial-up, you know? Trying to catch a picture of Jenna Jameson and it takes 17 hours to get to here. And by then you're like, oh, I'm over it. Let's go back to playing Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. Anyways, moving on. Let's have a quick look here. So Sol Campbell. Yeah. Where do you even? Oh God, do I have to click another area too? Okay. Sol. What's happening? There it is. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that is almost too slow to use right now. I think we'll just have to stick to so do they have the in-games? See, they have the in-games, so that's really frustrating, because they're the site that is the slowest right now, which I guess makes sense, but they do have the in-games. Okay, so if you look at someone like Sol Campbell, obviously, in terms of a ball-playing center back, he's not what I like to use. But still, like, he looks insane. He's got a 3-star weak foot, which is pretty fantastic as well. Great overall stats. Stamina isn't good, but center backs, I don't think you need to worry too much about stamina. And honestly, with 81 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, I don't think you even need to worry about his acceleration. So, in terms of strong center backs, it's just whether or not we really need to worry about passing and dribbling. And if you go and put a oh my goodness, they don't let us see. That's frustrating. So we can't like click the shadow or anchor chem styles or anything like that on them. Yeah, so the worry for Sol Campbell is composure is bad and reactions isn't great. I mean, I guess any base center back is not going to have the greatest reactions. It's throughout the year. Once they get in forms, they start getting better and better reactions. But yeah, so for me, on a whole, I know a lot of you guys would look at this card and think, oh, absolutely need to get him. For me, I wouldn't be rolling with a card like this. I just think there's going to be so much better out there. Okay, so this is a little bit annoying. But anyways, moving on. Let's continue to use FUTHead just because it seems to be a little bit quicker. A lot of people are ranting and raving about Claude Makelele's right mid card. I don't know. Should we go search the in-games real quick? Are we gonna, oh my God, we're gonna have to sit here forever. Oh God, senorita! Okay. Here we go. Guys, meet flirty singles! Don't waste your summer even though it's almost winter. Good Lord. Hello? Oh my gosh, the load times, man. So savage. Yeah, you know what, man? I think we're just gonna have to stick to Futhead, dudes. I really wanted to get through the entire icon in games and stuff like that, but I'm not sure it's gonna work for us. So for me specifically, again, Mekalele, I don't think he's gonna be crazy expensive, honestly. I think he's gonna be pretty well set up in general, but there's just gonna be so, like, if you look at someone like an Alessandrini, you know, Alessandrini's pretty easy to link, and he's got, ironically, I bet you Alessandrini has better stats. In fact, this is not what this, you know, what the point of what we're looking at right now, right? Well, I just wanted to look at icons, but let me see here. Alessandrini, let's check his, like, actual stats, just to see if they're even remotely comparable, if I'm just talking out of my... oh my god, bros. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Romain Alessandrini, here we are. It's actually, you know, okay, never mind. I was about to say I thought Futwiz was speeding up. Definitely not. Come on, baby. Come on, man. What is even happening, even? What is even happening, even? I think I need to give up on Futwiz for now, dudes. Hopefully, a little bit later, things get a little bit crisper for us, but it's just not working out right now, man. Thank you, AJ, for the 8 months. Appreciate you. All right, let's go back. Let's go back here and start going through the icons. So another one that, please have his in-games. Another one that I'm super excited about is Franco Zola. Again, his baby card just seems to be absolutely amazing. JR, thank you, man. Akinfenwa, thank you for the 500 bits. Should I change my name to What in the Dickweed or Costa? Please help. How about Akinfenwa is a god? I think that's the best name you can have. 40 months from Bogey, thank you. And Din, thank you for the 5 as well, dudes. Appreciate you guys. I think Franco Zola is another one, man. 6 feet tall? Where does it say that? There's no way Franco Zola is 6 feet tall. That seems to be incredibly inaccurate. So again, if we... Oh, God. To the point where they actually broke. Okay, let's go check Franco Zola real quick. I know I said I was done with this site, but I want to see... Oh, God. I want to see if they have the accurate... Again, I believe it's because as much as Futwiz or even Futhead have been given the database... There it is. There it is. See, 5'6". So the difference is Futwiz has everything fully updated, whereas Futhead does not. So if we look at the in-games here, how can you say that this baby card isn't going to be god level for a long period of time, man? High, medium work rates, 4-star, 4-star. Like, that is... I just feel like cards like this are going to be ignored pretty quick because everybody's going to be chasing those Messies. I mean, in terms of like the rich men of FUT, right? I feel like these types of cards, even for like the middle ground or the middle class of FIFA 19 Ultimate Team players, I feel like people are just going to be going for other cards, you know? Yeah, I think this guy's going to be nutty. Look at those stats, man. Okay, strength of 53 is pretty poor. There's no denying that. But Franco Zola gets into this setup. I don't know if this is even the formation I would use. A lot of people are saying that 4-3-2-1 is going to be legit this year. So maybe we stick with that. I'm gonna toss Zola in here for now. Oh my god, so sick. Oh, I don't think that matters either. But he gets in there without a doubt, man. What a card. What an insane card. Mercurial, thank you for the 4. Just came back from a London trip. Logic was sick. Yo, amazing to hear, man. That is absolutely nuts. Hope you enjoyed your time. Yarrick, thank you for the full year. Mikeasaurus, thank you for the 2 months, bro. $1 resubs for gifted subs. What in the hell are these Amazon promos, man? Like, please, Amazon. My brain hurts. Apparently, I should be buying myself a chain that goes across my body when I'm in a bikini, chat. All right. See, Emmanuel Petit as a left back, I don't know. I don't know if that's something or someone that I'd be considering using. Loudrip, same thing. Litmanen's baby card, Luis Hernandez, that's another god level card. We'd have to go check and see again. Hernandez. We'd have to go check and see if we have the in-games from FUTWiz, but this card, every version of Hernandez was incredible last year. I would assume again that he's going to be... that 3-star weak foot, boys. We need to have a discussion about that. Like, it's not good enough. Because you got to understand that if you shoot on his left foot, that means you're shooting at 60% of his stats. So, that means if you're in on net, but it's on his left foot and you shoot, you're shooting with, instead of 86 finishing, he might have 66 finishing or 65 finishing. So last year, I didn't really notice that 3-star weak foot. I gotta be honest. And I don't know if that's because I just always shot with his right foot, but he was good. I think that might be the only concern. One of my biggest things this year is going to be using minimum 4-star weak-footed players, because I want to have that adaptability and that variety in my squad where I don't have to worry about, and I've always played FIFA like that. I've always wanted five-star weak-footed players or whatever in the game. But this year specifically, I think that's really, from all of the gameplay I've watched, all of the game changers, this gameplay and stuff like that, the ball movement and abilities of players to move the ball in short passes or quick directions and stuff like that is going to be huge. And players that essentially have only one proper good foot, that's going to really leave you exposed, especially if we want to try and do well, at least for the first couple of months in FUT Champs, right? You got to really take that stuff into account. So, on further inspection, I actually think this year I'm not going to really be considering Hernandez, at least his baby card, as a, you know, meta setup. Now, this is one that we absolutely need to talk about, okay? Rio Ferdinand, last year, I made, not the mistake, because Rio Ferdinand, we ended up picking him up for relatively cheap, but in terms of his prime card and when it was released. But this year, I think we're going to do whatever we can to pick up this version, just his baby card, which is essentially his West Ham / Leeds United years, which is obviously, as a Leeds United fan, something I'm excited about. But this is going to be the card I want to try and get, specifically because his dribbling and passing are fantastic in comparison to a lot of other center backs. Now, again, his pace and acceleration are good to the point where, do you need to upgrade them? And if you do you then ignore his defending? And I know I'm blocking some of it for you guys. He's got 85 strength, by the way. Do you then block his... Do you need to worry about his physical and defensive stats? Maybe. Definitely maybe. But if you pop, which is unfortunate because I can't do it, as far as I know, if you pop an engine on him, I know you're going to lose your minds for me saying this, you could turn him into an incredible ball-playing center back. Again, with an engine, as long as things haven't changed, he gets 90 sprint speed and 93 acceleration. He goes up to 70 balance, 65 agility, which is great. And then his long and short passing go into the high 80s. So you could go that route and really have an incredible center back. Or, because he already has such better dribbling and passing than most other center backs in the game, you can actually just leave them as is. Now, ball control is great. Balance and agility isn't amazing, but it's not awful. Composure of 85 is fantastic. Reactions of 81 isn't the best, but it's usable for quite a long time. And maybe you just turn him into a god tier center back outright. And what is a god tier center back? Someone that with an anchor gets 90 sprint speed, again 93 acceleration, but then gets mid 90s to high 90s for physical and defending. So if only we could actually apply a chem style to him. I think Rio, the only problem is, of course, he's in my opinion, the most OP icon. Is going to be one of the most OP icons to use this year, and definitely one of the icons you should absolutely buy. Wait, are there? Scroll down. Oh my god, what the hell? I got bamboozled by this stupid ad, dude. Yo, it's actually there. Oh my god. Okay, so am I right? Oh, what the heck? Hello? What? Okay. See, well, there you go. For all of you guys yelling at me, that actually doesn't give him the upgrades we're looking for. So, oh my god, there it is. There it is. Just had to zoom out a little bit, bros. I'm really good at technology. check that out. Okay, so that might be the play for someone like Rio Ferdinand. Looking on at chemistry styles, I do think that they need to be nerfed. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but genuinely, I feel like for the start of the year, if you consider chemistry styles, it's almost as if you're wasting your money beyond buying the base version of any player until they get themselves a team of the year or team of the season. Now, again, that's, I don't think, a big surprise to anybody. You know, I think for years and years and years, even back in the days before I was a content creator, back on the forums, everybody would have that sentiment. Like, guys, you don't need a inform, you know, whoever, for example, like an inform Ramos. His regular card is incredible. You know, wait till the team of the year. That was stuff that was going on way back in the day, but I think is even more apparent now with chemistry styles. And I think this is just a non-updated max price, because if he is 280k, that's exciting, because that means that on the road to glory, we might be able to afford him pretty quick. But that's just gotta purely mean that he's gonna be extinct. Dude, there's no way Rio Ferdinand is gonna be consistently listed up for under 280k. It's just gonna be instabot, and traders are just gonna hold on to him until EA fold and up his price range, right? But I don't know, maybe that's signs of them trying to make the market less insane this year in terms of player values, which would be an interesting move as well. Lots to talk about. Either way, Rio Ferdinand gets into my, you know, must-buy icon list. So, Ferdinand, there we go, baby version. There we go. Perfect. Is there a bench? Nobody knows. So, we'll just make it for the starting list. Absolutely, he needs to be in there. Laurent Blanc, again, is someone that last year, because we didn't have a Clarence Seedorf, absolutely was an overused card, and which is why I think Clarence Seedorf is going to be such an important card for people's icon setups and ultimate teams that can afford that type of a card. Look at how expensive someone like Laurent Blanc was for what? The first 3, 4, 5, almost 6 months of FIFA 18 Ultimate Team? Gennaro Gattuso, I actually think this card. Now, it's funny because, again, Gennaro Gattuso, you don't need to buy any other version of him other than his baby card. Like, let me show you guys real quick. Wadey, thank you for the prime. Only this site was just a little bit quicker. Oh, God, singles that are ready to mingle. Okay, here we go. Jesus, I just clicked Amazon, I think, by accident. No, we're good. Gattuso. As a central, hello? Did I spell that wrong? Oh, it's 2 T's, you dumbass. Gennaro Gattuso. 1 S, 2 T's. There we go. Again, I know that a lot of people that are so used to pace might look at a Gattuso and say, well, why would I get this guy if, you know, if I'm paying for that price, I could get a Conte. Well, there's obviously a lot of reasons. You get full links with Gattuso, and it's something a little bit different, you know, and I'm hoping, again, based off of the Game Changer videos I've seen earlier today, it doesn't seem like pace is the be-all, end-all. The problem is, for any Game Changer's opinion, for anybody that was at Gamescom that played FIFA 19's opinion, that falls apart if EA released the game and then 2 or 3 weeks later release a huge week 1 patch that reverts the game back to ultra pace, ultra defensive AI, like they did with FIFA 17, and specifically like they did with FIFA 18, right? So you gotta take even my opinions with a grain of salt, or anybody that's played FIFA 19, because we're really gonna know the true state of the game once the, you know, the week 1 patch comes out. But looking at this card, this is another card that I think is just not gonna get the love that it deserves, man. Medium-high work rates, 5'10", 84 strength, which, you know, for any version of Gattuso, I find a bit silly, but whatever, you know, that's just EA's decision. He's got great balance, agility, dribbling, passing. For a CDM, you can turn him into a god just purely with an anchor, which again makes me think that they need to, what, I have to like double click it? How did I make it work the last time? You need to double click it for it to work. Okay, so with an anchor, have a look at that. Okay, now it's gone again. What is happening? It disappeared, bros. Budwiz? It looks like anchors they have updated. So this is what I was taught. What is happening right now? Why was it there? But it was, please, I'm begging. What is happening? It was right there too. What a tease. Either way, I think if you guys were looking at it, you could have seen that. Oh, it's back again. Oh my God. Okay. Ah, my brain. It hurts so much. Okay. Anyways, you saw the +5 for acceleration and dribbling. So that's no longer +10 for sprint speed. Or +10 for acceleration. I think it was +10 for acceleration. +5 for sprint speed, +10 for acceleration last year. This year, it's looking like it's +5 and +5. And similarly, the strength and defending has changed as well. So he goes up to 99 everything defensively. And even physically, we've got 89 strength now, 99 aggression, which I guess is accurate and maybe more along the lines of what Gattuso should have, and 78 jumping. To me, this looks like a card that will be ignored by a lot of people, but because he's such a well-balanced and has such amazing stats defensively as a CDM, I used this guy. What was it? FIFA 17? When he was still in the game, before they brought out icons and it was still legends. I used this guy in a bunch of past and present squad builders, past and present AC Milan, past and present Italy, and he was OP, man. Now, maybe the one glaring point for him is 79 composure. That's not great. And that could come down to be a very frustrating stat. You know, end game, he's being pressured by someone in the 89th minute, and that situation, his stats go down to a very, very low standard because his composure is so low, right? So that could be something that might be an issue. But then again, people used low composure players all year and had no issues with it and called me out saying I was overanalyzing everything with players that had low composure. So that will be a time will tell type of thing. But for me, Gattuso gets into, you know, the must-have. And now I know I could go on. Oh, it's 2 T's again. I know I could go on and on and on about must-have icons. For me, this is going to be on the cheaper side of must-have icons. We're not going to go into the must-haves of the super, super, super expensive guys, right? I'm going to try and pick out as many of the ones that I think are worthwhile picking up that might not be crazy expensive, like the Maldinis or the Socrates or the Johan Cruyffs, or you know what I mean? Those types of guys. Like another one that I think is going to be ignored here is Fernando Hierro. He's an insanely well-balanced card. I wish I could just search from here. It'd be so much better to just do it right from here instead of having to go backwards a bunch of times. But oh my God, what is this? Hierro is another one that I don't think is going to get a lot of recognition from a lot of people, especially early on. Everybody's going to be concentrating on the Maldinis or the prime Rio Ferdinands or stuff like that, right? Come on, baby. Where are we at here? But specifically Hierro's baby card, I don't understand. I think FUTWIZ is now officially broken. Wait, can I just search here? Oh, there it is. Hierro. Let's see if I can get that to come up for us. There we go. Fantastic. All right. We're fumbling around the website. I don't use FUTWIZ too much, right? I predominantly use FUTBIN, so I just don't know where things are normally. Okay, Fernando Hierro. Here we go. So again, on looks like, okay, he doesn't have crazy pace, but that's got to be a card that you should consider looking at. Again, 78 stamina and 78 composure. Guys are going to look at it and say, oh, that's not the greatest thing ever. But still, you toss an anchor if it actually decides to work, and it'll be fantastic. He'll be a solid card, man. He's got incredible passing, which I think is hugely important. Fantastic balance and ball control and agility and reactions for a quote-unquote baby. You know, slide tackle is now up to 89, which, you know, whatever. I don't use slide tackling all that much. Standing tackle looks insane. Marking, interceptions, heading accuracy, and jumping as well. Take into account that he's 6'2" and then has 99 heading and 99 jumping. If you can have custom corners set up, putting him in an attacking position for corners could be absolutely fantastic. I just think this guy's going to be ignored by a lot of people, and I think for a relatively cheap icon, if you will, he's got to be up there with the must-haves and must purchases. So he goes right into my team as well. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be stuck to, I mean, every version of him is going to be good, but that baby card, I think, is going to be the best one to go with. Moving on. I think Raul, I think I scrolled past Raul, didn't I? Did I scroll past Raul? Players like, I mean, I know he's not crazy pacey, but players like David Trezeguet, maybe even Ruud van Nistelrooy. Let's have a look at Ruud van Nistelrooy, actually. Before I completely write off Van Nistelrooy, let me have a look at his baby card. Maybe he could be like an ultra meta striker to go with, depending on, you know, what his stats are. Well, okay, so I mean, that's not bad. Oh my god, dude. Could be clunky. Nah, unfortunately, with the 4-star weak foot, you know, the pace and the overall balance and agility not being amazing, and the strength not even being that great for someone as relatively big as he is, I don't know that I would consider using that card. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to point out someone like Baby Nedved. Dude, Baby Nedved is amazing. The problem is I agree. Baby Nedved is amazing. The issue is, though, his stats are going to mean that he's expensive. You know, think of like Thierry Henry last year. It wasn't just his prime card that was insane expensive all year. This Nedved, where is it? Nedved. That should pop it up for us. Superman, thank you for the 4. You inspired me to make an RTG myself. I want to know if you're planning to make coins and how long it'll take you to have a decent team. I mean, how I'm planning to make coins is very similar to how I run every Road to Glory every year, right? So I'll walk you through that. And I might make a video in preparation, you know, like how to start your Road to Glory for FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. I might make something like that because for some reason I get those questions over and over and over again, even though I've been running my Road to Glory for 4 or 5 years, right? And I feel like I never need to make videos on that because I at least think that my viewers know, you know, oh no. I think my viewers, you know the routes to go and know what I do on the Road to Glory when it comes to bronze packs and making sure you use every part of the catalog at the start of the year. Make sure you grind any type of reward system. So if you have the time, squad battles, because you can guarantee yourself some really good packs very early on. The draft is very, very good. Yes, you have to build up 15,000 coins and then risk your coins. But if you're any decent at FIFA, the draft is a big way to do it. Last year, within 4 or 5 drafts, we won 3 or 4, and we got a Lukaku that sold for 300K early on. So, you know, there's a ton of way of doing things, right? And I never think I need to make a video about it, but I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. All right, so Nedved. Now this might break again. Here we go. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are probably, oh my god, this card. I know a lot of you guys are saying in terms of like the type of squad I'm putting together of baby cards, he should get in there. The problem is this card with these stats, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. I do not care that he is 86 rated. This man will be so expensive, okay? So expensive. And I actually think what you might want to consider putting on him is either an artist or a maestro or a sniper or a deadeye. Now, maestro gives you all 3 of the things that I would want to upgrade. So let's actually have a look once that updates what a maestro gives him. But this guy is going to be, I don't care what I say, I don't care what any other YouTuber or streamer says, this is not going to be a cheap, cheap god tier secret icon to buy. Like, everybody is going to see these types of stats and see, oh my god, he's insane. He's got 89 stamina. Okay, he doesn't have the best strength, but that doesn't matter, man. We've all used Messi's and stuff like that. You can avoid players and not have the strength stat really matter. High medium work rates. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, insane pace, with a maestro, goes up to 86 positioning, 94 long shots, 96 shot power, 87 volleys, which by the way, with flicks and tricks that you can do in FIFA 19, is gonna mean he's gonna be nutty, bros. Crossing isn't insane, curve isn't insane, but Free kick accuracy is great. Long passing of 90. Short passing of 96. Vision of 88. Agility of 91. Oh my god. Balance of 87. Ball control of 91. Dribbling of 98. Reactions are up to 85, which I actually don't know how that helps in terms of an attacker. Maybe again, if you're not in control, they move themselves to a loose ball, a 50-50 ball quicker. 84 composure is fantastic, you know, and then of course the stamina is great. So this guy's amazing. And for a baby card, I would love to put him right here. I would love to put him right here. I just think in terms of like the overpowered god tier cards, he's just going to be super duper expensive, right? Like whether or not he's 86, I think he's going to follow the same price range. And well, you know what? I think I'm going to put them in there anyways because he's one of the exciting OP cards that I'm looking forward to. Price-wise, I guess I don't have a leg to stand on because I do have Clarence Seedorf and Rio Ferdinand, which I think both cards are going to be expensive even though they're babies. So, I mean, maybe this is the look at baby cards and me trying to find the most OP and yet the cheapest or maybe the underappreciated icons isn't the best way to describe what we're trying to figure out right now. I think we're just trying to find out the most OP baby icons to look at. I think that's probably going to be what we're doing with the squad that we're putting together right now. So I think that's fair to put on Zola. I think that's fair to put on Nedved. I think that's fair to put on Gattuso. I think it's fair to put on Seedorf and Fernando and Hero. Now, one of the ones I'm very interested in is whether or not they've adjusted baby Maldini. His center back card, is it now a left back card or not? Now moving on. Nakata actually looks pretty good for a baby card. Might go under people's radar. Patty Cakes, I think, is going to be crazy money. So not even someone I would consider. I mean, for a baby icon, of course, he's going to be someone you guys should get. Nedved might be one of the best attackers in the game all year. That 5-star weak foot. That might be someone that I wasn't ever considering getting. But Pavel Nedved might be someone we work towards on even our poor man road to glory. Like, God knows how long it's going to be before I can afford a Dino, right? So Nedved might be expensive as well, but might be one of the first expensive cards we pick up. For sure. Imagine a 4-3-2-1, you know, a couple of months in, of baby Nedved, regular Mbappe, and Cristiano Ronaldo up front. Now, Ronaldo will be on 8 chem, but honestly, won't matter. And then Mbappe will be so easy to get on chemistry, right? Whether you want to run him on 8 chem, you just link him to someone like Conte or whatever. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maldini's baby was a left back. They made him a center back, but I wonder if they made him a center back by accident. Like, his baby card at that time was playing at left back, right? So it seems to be weird. But anyways, moving on. Raul. So there's another one. Now, if we go look at Raul, other than the doc, is there, Dr. Disrespect, is there any of us who are going to want to use this baby card in any way? Let's check it out. This might be a cheap card, though. I think he's going to be a little bit disrespected in the community in terms of people using him purely because of the pace. But he's 5'11", left-footed with 4-star, 4-star, all good. High medium work rates, all good. Incredible dribbling, 95 composure for his baby card as well. 76 stamina is not good. That's one downside. But heading accuracy, jumping is great. Heading accuracy of 88. And the fact that his strength isn't great, I'm wondering if you could make this card proper good. 93 vision, 86 short passing. Holy God. You know what? That's a decent card. If you put in a hawk on him, I think we're then we're talking. Then we're talking. That might actually go down as a card that gets ignored by the community, you know? And again, it just depends on what the gameplay looks like. But now, we've got 80 strength. We've got 94 jumping, which is nuts. So, in terms of crossing the ball to him, he's tall enough. 99 positioning, 92 finishing. 92 penalties, 92 shot power. Volleys of 96, again, could be really, really cool. And then his acceleration is 80 and his sprint speed is 83. So that's a usable card. That is a very, very, very usable card. I mean, some people would argue, oh, why don't you move him to cam? You could. You could then ignore his pace altogether and give him a maestro or give him a artist, which gives you obviously dribbling and passing. So This Raul looks great, and you know what? I'm tempted to put him into, you know, to put him into the team for now. Just purely because with a chemistry style, he becomes very, very usable. His passing is shit. Not really, though. 86 short passing? The one thing that might frustrate us, I think, if people decide to use him, is that curve. I would say the curve and stamina are his biggest issues. Everything else is fantastic. Curve of 74, again, meaning when you're in on net, you go to finesse the keeper, it'll be very likely that he ends up like not having that beautiful loop and that beautiful curve that goes around the keeper, but more chances of the keeper making saves, right? So yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna be one of the ones that disrespects Raul, even though he deserves it. His baby card is not one that I'd be tossing in the team. Oh, you want to know? Okay, so Frank Lampard, another very usable box-to-box midfielder. Let's have a look here. This is going to be the baby card episode, if you will. Lampard. Let's go look at his baby card. I think based off of just Premier League, Chelsea, England, Lampard fans, I think no matter what, this Lampard's going to be expensive. Hello? Lampard. Oh, is he not in FUT? How is he? Oh, there he is. Just give it time, Nick. Patience. Patience is a virtue, my dear friend. Wow. With FUTWiz, you really need the patience. Okay, so this would be what? His, like... Is this his MLS card? It looks like it's his MLS picture, unless they just did that by accident. What are we thinking? Is this a card that you guys would look at picking up? Again, 4-star weak foot. 3-star skills isn't great, but again, more importantly for me, I think the 4-star weak foot is still there. Could be someone you could use as a central cam, but for me, hopefully I don't piss people off. I'm not that interested in this card. I don't think he'd be someone that you'd be like, oh man, this is one of the strong, best possible baby cards. So for this type of a setup, I don't think I would be putting him into this team, personally. This is going to be the baby, most overpowered and usable baby icons that you guys should buy. And I don't think a Frank Lampard would fit that. And I know, again, I'm breaking my own rules because Patrick Viera and even Ruud Gullit should get in there. But I'm not going to put them in there because they're blatantly obvious as well. We're trying to pick out some relatively new cards, if you will. So, for example, a Larsson could be very useful as a baby icon. It just depends on the price of these guys, man. If all these icons for the first 2 to 3 months of the year are, you know, 400 to 500k minimum. Some of them 700k to $1 million, which I genuinely think Seedorf, Ferdinand, and Nedved will probably be at those ranges. That's going to be the unfortunate thing, man. It just depends on like, for example, he has a minimum price of 320k. If that actually becomes a thing, I'm pretty stoked on that. Like that would be, I think he'd be a worthwhile guy to pick up with these types of stats, right? 86 composure, 4-star weak foot again, not the skills that maybe a lot of people would want, but absolutely in terms of weak foot is usable, a bit short as well. Stamina isn't amazing. High medium work rates is good. For someone that maybe could be 200 to 250,000 coins throughout the start of the year, it's possible, but I do think this is like just old FIFA price ranges. I don't think this is anything, you know, I don't think this is anything to do with FIFA 19. You know? But as an outright, I mean, do you even need to work on, you guys are going to hate me again, but I feel like with 90 finishing, his strength is poor. Now, you could go one of two routes. Give him a hawk, boost up his finishing a bit, boost up his pace a little bit, boost up his physicality a little bit, and that card looks great. Absolutely great. 99 positioning, 95 finishing, you know, 95 volleys, 75 strength is a bit better, 97 jumping with 92 heading is fantastic. So that's great. But consider tossing an engine on him. I actually think that could be really, really good too if it updates. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I just want to have a quick look. Balance goes up to 91, right? Agility up to 92. Come on, baby. What do I got to do? Whose sausage do I have to tickle to make this work? No? Just gonna stay frozen on the hawk. Either way, looking at the hawk, that looks like a proper striker. Proper striker. All right. So moving on, I do think he looks decent. That's making me think. Do we get him in there? Do we get him in there as one of the baby cards to watch? They broke engines, bros. They don't want us to look at engines. I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, okay, hold on. Before we have let's look at baby Viera, because Christian Viera is the first ever legend I ever packed back in FIFA 14 when I was, you know, starting out my career as a streamer on YouTube. That's during our first ever charity stream, mind you, we packed Christian Viera and Dennis Bergkamp, I believe. Our first ever charity stream wasn't actually for Cancer Research back in 2013 or 14. It was for, I believe it was for Make-A-Wish Foundation. But Viera. I know I said Christian Viera, didn't I? Everybody's going to lose their mind about that. Wait, how do you spell it properly? Is it Viera? Viera? With one R? With no I? Oh, what are we looking at? There we go. What a dumb stupid. Okay, so 86 rated. Here we are. Did I say Viera? Oh my god, he said Christian Viera. What a Canadian botch. Anyways, moving on. That's a cute pupper. What a cutie. Oh my god, dude. 6'1", 4-star weak foot. Again, only 3-star skills, which isn't amazing. But my lord, dude. 83 stamina, slightly better. Obviously, his dribbling isn't amazing. I don't know. You know what? Larsson actually looks decent, though. Yeah, I think Larsson is going to be better. Purely because of the agility. And actually, Larsson has better starting shooting, doesn't he? Go look at that. Let's go look at what a Hawk does again. I mean, does he need the pace, though? Why not give him, because he's got good pace for a proper big striker. Why not give him, and he's got great physicals, why not give him a sniper? That's what I think you should give someone like this. Because then you're boosting up his dribbling a good amount. Yeah, like to me, that looks nuts. That looks nuts. His vision is 65, hey? Probably has eyesight like me then, poor guy. 99 finishing. 91 positioning. 91 penalties. 91 volleys. He has a very usable 74 balance and 72 agility now. Holy, man. Goes up to a 90 rated striker as well. Yeah, you know what? In terms of the baby cards, there's a lot of strikers out there that are going to be interesting, man. You know what? And this is a bit of food for thought. You know how we're all thinking, like last year, we're going to get like because baby Viera was $1 million and, you know, baby Ferdinand was like 700-800K. Maybe this year, you know, and baby Henri was like close to $1 million and stuff like that. They were that price though because we didn't have as much as we have this year. This year, we have an absolutely absurd amount of icons across the board. You know, the Nedveds now are added, the Zolas are added, the Seedorfs, the Gattusos are added, the Heroes are added. So maybe because we're gonna have so many icons and baby cards, that might actually bring down the price of the cards. So genuinely, we might see a much cheaper Seedorf. Especially a much cheaper Gattuso and Zola or Hero. But maybe these cards will be a lot cheaper than we're expecting just because there's so much out there to choose from. Whereas last year, you know, okay, yeah, the Viera and the Blanc were super expensive and it just didn't make sense for someone to try and look at buying at the start of the year. I don't know. That is a bit of food for thought, for sure. Moving on though. Ruud Gullit, I still think is going to be expensive. Now, what about this man who was incredible last year? What about Patty Cakes? Patty Cakes 2.0. Not Patrick Viera, but Patrick Kluivert. This baby card, I think was 4-star too, wasn't he? I think so. Please don't be 3-star weak-footed. Okay. Again, this is I'm not uncovering something secret that you guys wouldn't have figured out for yourselves, but this card could be God level. God level. 6'2", high-low work rates is just mental. Absolutely mental. And that's before you take into account that he's got 87 and 87 in terms of speed. He's got great finishing. Strength and stamina aren't great. Composure isn't great. So there are a few flaws with this card. But he's got, for a big, tall guy, 74 balance and 79 agility is actually very, very good. 79 composure, okay, it's not great, but genuinely, I think this could be a very, very good card, and maybe a card that gets underappreciated by a lot of people because of a few of his stats. Like, I think this Kluivert, I used him last year. We used Kluivert in even our Fatal series, I believe. He was incredible. He was incredible. Now, there's a few routes you could go. You could go big baller style and just go Hunter. Borny, Dirtiest Sanchez, thank you guys so much for the resubs. I appreciate you all very, very much. God bless. Much love. Yeah, so like in terms of what we're looking at here, Patrick Kluivert could get into it. Like, I think he gets right into the setup. For sure. I just think he's nuts. In fact, I mean, I'd consider replacing... Dude, what a card, hey, man. What a card. All right, moving on. Stevie G, unfortunately, his baby card is not someone that I think... I mean, I think he's going to be expensive no matter what. And again, not necessarily someone that I would consider putting into a squad. Because I just think there's going to be a lot better for a hell of a lot cheaper. But I do want to quickly look at Steven Gerrard's in-games. I don't know many of us that have been able to look at his in-games. Captain Argo, thank you very much, man. Appreciate the Prime sub. Welcome to the family, brother. God bless. Okay, so 4-star, 3-star, medium, medium. Yeah, it's the mid-range Gerrard that you want to use. I would be staying away from this guy. The poor card, man. Poor card. Yeah, I'd be staying away. Is that picture even accurate though as well? I just don't know. Bobby Moore, yes, he is short, but he's someone that you guys could put into consideration. And is it from there? Are we moving away now from baby cards? Because that's the, or no, that Sol Campbell, that's the secondary Sol Campbell. Good guy Gary though, that's his first card, isn't it? I wonder what Gary's weak foot and skills are. Let's see. Did I spell that wrong? No. Where is he? Is he just not showing up? Oh, whatever, man. Damn hell. Klose? What do you guys think about Klose? If anybody that's looked at the Klose. The baby Miroslav. What are we thinking? Not all that exciting, huh? Not all that exciting for me either. Alan Shearer. I mean, wasn't Alan Shearer a little bit more rapid than that? Let's see Shearer's in games. That's his baby card, right? Unless I'm, again, just... I think... I genuinely just think Futwiz is fully down now. It's just not working at all. But he's legit not showing up. Hello? Look at that. $1,000 for a PlayStation 4 Pro. Get out of my face, dude. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's down. Yeah, Shearer probably is going to feel clunky because they don't give him his proper stats, in my opinion. But anyways, moving on to Baby Butragueno. Now, again, if only this Butra... I refresh it and see if that might work. Let's refresh it. Anyways, as far as I know, this card will be insane expensive as well, so I'm not going to put him into like the baby god squad that we should all consider getting. But apparently, I've seen a few pictures and videos, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. So in terms of a god tier card, again, this guy could be used. Now, okay, he's not going to have great strength. But in general, man, you toss a Maestro or you toss a Sniper on him, he's going to be insane. All right, let's try this again. I want to, because I want to, what is happening, man? Hello? Let me just move to a different part of the website. Maybe this part is broken now completely. Is it 5-star, 3-star? I actually still think he's going to be nutty. This is hurting my feelings that this isn't working right now. Oh, it's not 4-star skills. Okay. Okay. All right. Either way, I think this guy's going to be nutty. For people that maybe aren't skillers, you know, that 5-star weak foot is going to be insane. Moving on, I don't think other than a few others like that, Makalele is now a secondary card. I mean, Rivaldo. Can we even consider any version of Rivaldo a baby version? I don't think so. Fabio Cannavaro, again, super short, but could be awesome. Chris, thank you for the 5. You haven't let anybody down, Chris. Thank you for the 5, man. You know what? I'll be doing a 40-hour charity stream for cancer research. Just you showing up to my charity stream. If you can't donate, dude, you showing up, you sitting through my 40-hour charity stream for cancer research, you are supporting the event because I'll be running ads and that doesn't cost you anything. You sitting there and sitting through ads, all of the ad revenue from the 40-hour charity stream will as well be donated to the cancer research organization. So don't feel bad, bro. If you can't afford to donate or do anything like that, please, just being there will be perfect. I mean, you just donated $5. My God, dude. So, you know, I wish you would have donated that to the charity page. And then I could have read it out on stream on the charity page and it would have gone already to the charity. In fact, I mean, I could refund you the $5 and maybe you could do that. I think that would be great. That's a great start. You know what I mean? So there's baby Titi right there. Desai. Yeah, I think these baby cards we're getting a little bit like out of touch, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm probably already out of touch with like my most overpowered and exciting baby icons that you need to buy this year. Desai is gonna be nutty, dude. Thierry Henry is gonna be so nutty. Yeah, the problem, I think for all of us, I don't really care that we don't have a lot of goalkeepers because, again, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, I wouldn't be wasting your time with goalkeepers. From what I've seen with the stats outlay is that every goalkeeper with a basic chem style gets plus 10 attributes. So even players like Begovic, for example, his card is actually something like 85 rated. So I know a lot of people are saying, oh no, Begovic isn't going to be, you know, amazing anymore. Every goalkeeper is going to be nuts. You just need to get the right physicals, honestly. Like, check, how about this? How about that? 78 handling, 78 positioning. So you can either keep it a basic chem style and he actually goes up to 88 handling, 88 positioning, 98 diving, 98 reflexes, and 56 speed. So guys like this are going to be great. And then, of course, the other downside is that for any type of icon setup that I would want to show you, there are no good baby or in general. Well, okay, yeah, you could go with a Roberto Carlos, but that's expensive, right? It's not like a Viera or a Gattuso. I don't think in terms of a Petit is going to fit the meta. I don't even think, is there a baby Zanetti? I think it's a left back, isn't it? Yeah, the baby Zanetti's a left back, and then you go to his right back. So again, do you really want to spend potentially 300, 400, 500,000 coins on that? When, I mean, we could pull up absolutely anybody here and get just as much production out of it, right? Like Walker and players like that, I think are going to be crazy expensive. So yeah, like I'm not going to put Walker in a baby setup, but for example, like Cancelo, that card's nuts, man. That card's nuts. All you got to do is you can toss a Shadow on him. You can toss a Guardian on him. You can toss a Backbone on him. Like that Cancelo is going to be fantastic. Florenzi is another one that I think is going to be so exciting. Like year on year. You know, you could go with Florenzi again. I would personally say, I mean, you know what? Yeah, let's go with Florenzi. It's funny how it's all Serie A guys for me specifically, you know? So you've got that. And then again, I think he's going to be a bit expensive. So if you go someone along the lines of Sandro, he's going to be very expensive. 86 rated. But any other left back, like even, I bet you anything, this guy is a beast still. Like Sentinel on him and he's God tier. You know? I think, in fact, just to make it a little bit more like baby-ish. What's the AC Milan guy? I guarantee you he's still a beast this year. Oh God, right back, AC Milan Italian. He used to have the most incredible silver card in FIFA 11 and 12. Abate, thank you, dudes. Okay, no, he's shit. Whoopsie doozy. I think Cancelo will probably be expensive for quite a while, actually. So I don't know if this is a very accurate representation of what I'm trying to get across for you guys. Or I mean, what rating is Telles? Christian Telles, he's 84 rated. He's going to be super expensive as well. What about Luke Shaw? Did they do him justice this year? Wait, Luke Shaw isn't in the database yet? Luke Shaw. What? What is this madness? Anyways, outside of the guys that are in the setup, I think the only other considerable, like, beastly card, if we wanted to get another midfielder in there, I mean, you could, well, I guess Makalele wouldn't really work too well, even on 7 chem in that position, but you could argue someone along the lines of, like, I do wonder, I know Laurent Blanc was a god last year, but again, based off of what we saw this year, I wonder if a baby Blanc might actually be a heck of a lot cheaper this year because we have so many options. Another guy that could be really, really good that even myself said, meh, not that excited about him. I mean, that is a pretty sick card for a baby card. And considering there's all of his versions are basically baby cards, that could be a proper setup of like the really, really, really overpowered players you can go with. Yes, you could probably get yourself a Hagi in here too. What's the baby Hagi look like? Jorge Hagi. I mean, yeah. So you could get yourself a baby Hagi in there if you wanted to. You could maybe make an argument for Lampard's baby card. I just think no matter what, he's going to still be expensive. Like, that baby Lampard could be super, super sick too. Wendell at left back? Ooh, yeah. What is Wendell looking like this year? They haven't put him in the game yet. Or they haven't put him in the database yet, I guess. That's too bad. So for me, I would say those are the most exciting baby icons to look at. Again, I know there's a lot more out there. There's the Fruit Hullet baby. There's the baby Viera. There's all the other, you know, baby Socrates and baby this, that, and the other. But for me, these guys are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. You know, the new ones in Nedved and Gattuso and Seedorf and even Hero got my juices flowing. And then guys like Kluivert that I used last year that honestly were cheap pretty much all year last year is going to excite me. And Rio Ferdinand, I mean, out of all of these guys, I think my goal is to try and get Seedorf, Ferdinand, and Nedved as quick as possible on my poor man road to glory. Those are my like three god tier cards. Stoichkov but he's just so high rated. So players like Stoichkov or you know, like here, let me just toss Stoichkov here. Dudes, I mean that card is nuts. He's gonna be expensive. That's another exciting one, to be fair though. Yeah, FUT was is completely down. Yeah, Stoichkov is another one that's going to be very, very exciting for sure. I mean, that left winger Stoichkov is going to be amazing for sure. Baby Jesus is going to be good too. And then that's of course the argument that we can have at the end of the day is, okay, these are the baby icons that I'm excited about that you should look at and maybe try and fit in your teams. But there's always that final question of, is it really going to be worth getting a Clarence Seedorf in my team when maybe a Sansone or whatever, that French guy that almost has his exact stats, will be selling for 10 or 15K? Is it really worth getting Franco Zola in the team when there's going to be God knows how many players that you can use that will be similar, if not better? Baby Jesus being one of them. Same thing. Is Nedved really someone that you want to spend 1 million coins on when you might be able to get the same type of production out of Anthony Martial? Or if you want to compare 5-star weak-footed players and with similar stats, Perisic, right? So there's arguments to be had everywhere. Again, Gattuso, even if Gattuso is only 200K, you could probably get even better production out of Nemanja Matic, who might be 15, 20, 30, 40K, right? Instead of 200 to 300K or 400K. So That's always the argument that we're all going to have. I just thought it would be really cool, you know, as a first thing to look at, the baby cards that get my juices flowing. I think next up, I want to look at just the most god tier possible icons, like in games. Have a look at all of them. You know, that Cruyff, just to give you guys a little bit of excitement for what I want to do next. That Cruyff, the second he was released, I didn't agree with the stats. I thought his prime card should have even better stats. But the one thing I said EA could do him justice by is give him 5-star skills and a 5-star weak foot. And they did that. So I'm excited to look at those types of players next, man, for sure.